What's going on, guys? In the last video I did my Tempest Fury build, I believe I said that I was gonna show off this tank build in another video. I have a goated tank PvE build that I might do another video on because I can pretty much solo elite zones with this build. It's really, really good. So this is that video. Right now, I'm rocking my main PvE tank build, and I just kind of wanted to showcase it because, like I said last time, New World's coming to an end, and I just wanted to get a bit more content out there before that happens. I thought the Tempest Fury video was pretty awesome. Since that one was PvP oriented, this time I thought I'd show something a little more PvE oriented. And a couple ways I could have gone about that would have been like maybe my bleed build, or I could attempt to solo an end game territory elite zone with my tank build. So just to kind of show what I'm working with here, I really like the Azoth Crystal stuff, so I have mostly Azoth Crystal stuff. I know that when they added the Night Haven expansion, they nerfed a lot of legacy perks, and they added a lot of better new perks, but what's nice is that those stack, and I'm a sucker for Enchanted Ward, so I can't really say goodbye to that. So that being said, I got the Azoth Crystal Helm, the Sandlion Carapace with Keenly Fortified 1, which is nice because it stacks with Keenly Fortified 2, which I went ahead and put on my shield. So that overall gives me, what, a 19 plus a 10. So a 29% fortify every time I land a critical hit. That's pretty awesome. This is a Leeching Tank build. So I rely heavily on this hammer. And I believe I have Anointed Lifesteal, all 3 perks. I do, yeah. Anointed Lifesteal, Anointed Lifesteal. And then I have the Altruism perk on the Relentless Artifact shield, which gives me more lifesteal. Also, I like running this shield in groups because it really helps my group. Pretty much all that stuff. Azoth Crystal and Hoplite just for my enchanted wards. I went ahead and took the health, plus they nerfed how many stacks of refreshing you can have anyway, so this might have been Azoth Crystal at some point, and I might have just swapped it out. Not totally sure. And then the Hoplite Longsword for all of the Rends and Sunders. They're the same thing, but this sword and this hammer inflict so much rend. I've got a nice strike protection / protection Ami with more divine for the extra health. I only have 2 stacks of that, but I wanted to prioritize Anointed Lifesteal. I could have probably tried for a thrust protection, but I feel like it's just not common enough to really justify the time it would take to grind for that. Blood Drinker, obviously for the leeching. It's just worth it. With a tank, Blood Drinker is just great for tanking. And then Despised, Regeneration. I wonder if I have maybe a better option because I'm going to be soloing this, so I don't necessarily need Despised. So I have some options here, like this one, Refreshment 2, reducing max cooldowns, Healing Heart, and Fortifying Toast. I might go for that one. That's the problem, though. I don't want to lose out on Refreshing Move. Although I think something in the Hammer skill tree, I think heavy attacks reduce your cooldown anyway. I'm going to try this. And if it doesn't work, I'll go back to my regenerating refreshing move one. Golly, but then I have this one. Fortifying Toast, Refreshing Toast. Refreshment 2, Enchanted 2, and Leeching 2. Oh, man. I have options, right? I think I'm going to go ahead and stick with this one for now. Let's try this, and then I might switch to this if need be. Anyway, enough dilly-dallying on the earring, because that's, I mean, gosh, I wish I could have it all, right? Let's go kill some elites. Okay, this is the elite zone that I'm going to be testing this out on. I don't know how far I'm going to be able to get. Maybe it'll take a few tries. But without further ado, here we go. Peace. Okay, that wasn't a bad run. I think I could probably get further. So, let me try again. Hey guys, Shepherd of Snow from the future here. So this is kind of the embarrassing part where I have to admit that I forgot to unmute my microphone. Basically, I'm saying something along the lines of, I think I was like one staircase away from the final boss of the Elite Zone, which I didn't think I was going to be able to solo anyways. It was a pretty good run, and I thought I made it about as far as I expected. At the end here, I decided that a fitting place for me to log out my main character was where it all began, here on the shores of Monarch's Bluffs. This is where I first spawned when I first played New World Aeternum. Heck, when I first played New World before it was called Aeternum. And at the end, I could probably try and match this up with what I said, but that was thank you guys for watching the video, and I will see you in the next whatever the heck. Peace out.